There's a family whose fortune is so vast, so secretive, that even Forbes doesn't dare list them. The Rothschilds. Their name alone sparks conspiracy theories, hidden power plays, and whispers of a staggering $10 trillion fortune. But is it all just myth? Or is there a deeper truth they don't want you to know? Stay tuned, because what you're about to discover will change everything you thought you knew about money and power. The Rothschild dynasty dates back over 250 years to Mayer Amschel Rothschild, a German banker who built a financial empire from nothing. But what made his strategy different? Unlike other banking families, he didn't just create wealth, he created a system. He had 5 sons and sent each of them to different European financial capitals: London, Paris, Vienna, Naples, and Frankfurt, giving the Rothschilds a grip on international finance like no one had ever seen before. But here's where it gets interesting. By the early 1800s, the Rothschilds were so powerful that they single-handedly funded wars. Some even claim they backed both sides of the Napoleonic Wars, ensuring that no matter who won, they remained in control. That's the level of power we're talking about here. They didn't just own banks, they owned governments, and they didn't stop there. The family expanded into railroads, mining, energy, and even intelligence networks. By the late 19th century, the Rothschilds were not only financing countries, but they were also influencing global trade routes, economies, and international treaties. Most billionaires today flaunt their wealth. We see Musk's rockets, Bezos' yachts, and Zuckerberg's metaverse. But the Rothschilds, they operate in complete secrecy. And that's the key to their wealth. It's estimated that at their peak, the Rothschilds controlled over half of the world's banking assets. Their fortune was so massive, it couldn't even be calculated. But what's even more shocking is what happened next. They disappeared. Not in the literal sense, but from public records. Unlike the Rockefellers or the Carnegies, the Rothschilds never allowed their wealth to be officially documented. Why? Because true power lies in staying hidden. Instead of putting their name on buildings and businesses, they structured their empire through a vast network of trusts, offshore accounts, and silent partnerships. This allowed them to maintain complete financial privacy, while still exerting influence over the global economy. So how did they accumulate this rumored $10 trillion fortune? The answer lies in real estate, gold, and quiet control over central banks. Real estate. The Rothschilds own some of the most valuable land in Europe, including private estates that are so exclusive, they don't even show up on public maps. Gold reserves. It's believed they control vast amounts of gold stored in underground vaults worldwide. Why gold? Because while paper money inflates, gold remains the ultimate measure of true wealth. Central banks. Some reports suggest that the Rothschilds have influence over major financial institutions, including the Bank of England and even the U.S. Federal Reserve. If that's true, they essentially control the money supply of entire nations. But it doesn't stop there. Some believe the Rothschilds have secret investments in technology companies, defense contractors, and global media conglomerates. Imagine having a stake in both the financial system and the companies that shape public opinion. That's next-level power. Many believe the Rothschilds' power faded in the 20th century. But did it? Or did they simply adapt? Here's what we know. They still have stakes in major financial institutions and investment firms. Their wealth is spread across various family members and hidden trusts. Some believe they quietly influence global policies, energy markets, and even wars. Let's talk about wars for a second. Some researchers argue that modern conflicts are still fueled by financial elites who stand to profit from both sides. And who perfected this system? The Rothschilds. During World War I and World War II, banking institutions tied to the Rothschilds played key roles in financing governments, ensuring that no matter who won, they remained profitable. Fast forward to today, and some argue that global conflicts still follow the same playbook, funded and manipulated by powerful financial players in the shadows. Here's the most mind-blowing part. Why don't we hear about the Rothschilds anymore? The media covers every move of Musk, Gates, and Buffett, yet the family that once controlled global finance is barely mentioned. That's not an accident. The Rothschilds understood something centuries ago. Real power isn't about being seen, it's about pulling the strings from the shadows. While today's billionaires compete for headlines, the true wealth holders operate in silence. And if their wealth really does reach $10 trillion, that would make them wealthier than the top 10 richest people in the world. One theory is that the family intentionally stepped out of the limelight to protect their fortune. By keeping their name off corporate ownership lists and avoiding public scrutiny, they've been able to maintain their wealth without attracting unwanted attention. Could the Rothschilds still influence world politics, stock markets, and even global health crises? Some researchers believe they have ties to major pharmaceutical companies, energy markets, and even Silicon Valley. For example, Big Pharma. Some reports suggest Rothschild-linked firms have major stakes in pharmaceutical companies, raising questions about their influence on global health policies. Tech industry. There are claims that Rothschild family investments extend into AI, quantum computing, and cybersecurity, giving them a silent but powerful presence in the future of technology. Oil and energy. They've historically been involved in energy markets, meaning they could still have a hand in controlling fuel prices and major energy shifts. Could this level of influence mean they are shaping not just economies, but the future of civilization itself? So, are the Rothschilds still the wealthiest and most powerful family in the world? While there's no official confirmation, their financial footprint is undeniable. Their strategy of secrecy, diversification, and control over assets has made them an unstoppable force for over 2 centuries, and that's something no billionaire today can claim. What do you think? Is the Rothschild fortune really worth $10 trillion? Or is their true power something even greater? Control over global finance itself? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you want to uncover more hidden secrets of the ultra-wealthy, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.